Hi, thank you for joining us for this week's Crafternoon here at the Coronado Public Library. I'm Jacqueline, your Adult Services Librarian, and for this week, we'll be making bee gardens. Let's get started. In your container, you should have your biodegradable container, your seed starter, your packet of seeds. In addition, you're going to need some sort of a container you're going to use to activate your seed starter, some warm water, a sharp little object like maybe a pen, and then possibly some scissors to help you open up your seed packet. So to begin, what we're going to do is we're going to put our seed packet to the side. We're going to grab our cup that we're going to use to activate our seed starter. We're going to place it in here, and we're going to go ahead and add some water. You don't need a lot, just about a quarter cup, and we're going to let that sit and expand. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that for two of mine. Okay, so we're going to let these expand, and while we do, we'll come back here in a few minutes. So you can see that in here we have our two now nicely expanded pieces of potting soil. So we're going to go ahead and before we get any further, we're actually going to trim this down a little bit. So we're going to take our scissors, we're just going to remove about a ½ inch or an inch of that's from the top. Just because it's a little bit big for our purposes, we don't really need quite that large of a container with the seed starter that we have currently. Perfect. So we'll go ahead and using our nice sharp pen, we're just going to pop a little drainage hole in the bottom here so that it is going to be able to drain. And we're going to empty our seed starter right into here. It's going to be a little wet. Fingers might get a little dirty. That's okay. Now you do have 3 seed starter packs, so you're welcome to use all 3 of them or just the 2. That's going to be your call depending on how small or big you want your container to be. So 2 fits pretty nicely in mine. But I think I might use just a little bit of my third that's over here. And if you have any excess water like this one does, just squeeze it out first. And then you can take it and add the extra soil. Seed starter right over here. The seed starter is very rich in nutrients, which should give your plant a great head start. All right. Perfect. So we're going to put those to the side. And you can see the soil is nice and moist in here, so that's great. Let me pop my fingers real quick. And now we're going to plant our seeds. So carefully open up your seed packet. And in your little packet, you should see a whole bunch of seeds. There we are. So these are going to be a bunch of nice wildflower seeds that should attract your bees. And actually what I'm going to do to make this a little bit easier on myself is I'm actually going to dump out just a little bit of this dirt. And I'm going to recover it once I put my seeds in. So about a ½ inch down. And you can either do this or you can just dig a little hole and plant them in here. So with these ones, you want to be pretty generous. Go ahead and let them all in here. Spread them out a little bit. And then cover them back up with that soil nice and loosely. Perfect. So now, what you'll do is set this in a nice, sunny, and warm place in your home or outside in the garden. You can even plant it in this biodegradable container as well. Make sure you keep the soil nice, not too moist, but not too dry either. So if you notice it drying out a little bit, go ahead and add a little extra water. And hopefully within 5 to 7 days, you'll see a couple sprouts come out. It can take a little bit longer than that depending on the which ones go ahead and decide to bloom first. But 7 to 21 days, you should see your first sprouts germinating, and then hopefully within 45 to 55 days, you'll see your first flowers coming. And then that'll give the bees a nice place to come and enjoy and be happy bees. All right, thank you so very much for participating in this week's Crafternoon. Have a wonderful day.